Thank God SmackDown is only 2 hours compared to the 3 hours that we get with Monday Night Raw. I think that's the only tolerable thing when it comes to watching WWE Smackdown, hashtag SmackDown Live, whatever you want to call it, is that there's only 2 hours of it. You don't have to worry about the third hour. Sometimes it's been so long since I've actually watched SmackDown that like it throws me off that the show is only 2 hours. I sit there, I go to myself, whoa, this is only 2 hours. Shit, did not know this. Always throws me off. I'm like, man, there's so little that they do on the show, and it's okay for the most part. Now already, I see the people. I saw people's reactions while I was on my break at work, and people were saying, "Oh, well, SmackDown was better than Raw." Was that really saying much? That tonight's SmackDown was better than Raw? It's not really saying much, is it? I mean, was this episode any good? Passable? I will say that it was passable at best, but not good. Not even decent. It just feels blah. It felt like SmackDown was redoing some things. Just made no sense to me. Why would you redo a segment where Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler are talking? We saw this segment a week ago. A couple weeks ago, actually. And now we're getting the same segment, but you have to throw the Miz in there because, oh yeah, we forgot. Miz has a SummerSlam match too. Let's showcase our IC champion, who we have been doing a bad job showcasing as of late. Let's just have it where we have the Miz host another rounding edition of Miz TV, because that has gotten so many people over, right? I think the VIP lounge has gotten more people over than Miz TV. I don't even think the Miz got Miz TV over. Like, Miz TV did not even help the Miz get over. I think the Miz just got over in his own personal way, but what do I know? SmackDown, I felt Isaac Grace said SmackDown was good. I felt SmackDown was only considered good because of the trash that Raw was. You know, Isaac, sometimes when you see trash and then you see like a pile of gold, sometimes you think something is better than it is, and doesn't mean it's great. So yeah. Why am I doing this review late? So some people may ask. Those watch the archive probably won't ask, but those live is because I live on the West Coast, and obviously I work, and so I got off at 8 just in time to watch the SmackDown live on the DVR. So awesome stuff. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Follow me on Twitter at ChaseAlways68 and share this video with all your friends and family members. Not to talk about other SmackDown stuff. Like I said, Dolph Ziggler and Dean Ambrose once again doing another talking segment on Miz TV. And really, to be honest here, I honestly always hate how people overrate Ziggler on the microphone when he's doing his little shoot promos and stuff like that. Like, honestly, I liked Ambrose on the mic tonight. I feel Ambrose, if anything, he needs to become heel after this. Like, I really like him as this. He thinks he's a big-time champion. I think that's a great gimmick for him, where he treats everyone so small compared to him, and he's just a dick. I like that. The way he was talking to Dolph Ziggler was disrespectful. It made me not want to like the guy, and that's good. Like, oh, man, Dean Ambrose is such a terrible person. Oh, that was just a bad... No, it wasn't like he was saying the lines bad or anything. It just made me not want to like Ambrose. But in a good way. Not in a, oh, X-Pac, get the fuck off my TV type of heat, but more in a way where it's just like, you know, I can't get behind this guy. This guy's such a dick. The way Ambrose was tonight, it was great. I thought Ambrose was good on the microphone. I feel WWE needs to keep pushing this, keep shoving this, make Ambrose into a dick world champion. I feel like that's the best route of action. But Ziggler, man, I do not know why the IWC likes to overrate Ziggler as a mic worker and say when Ziggler's on, man, he's on. When Dolph Ziggler gets a promo going, he's on. Like, just because Dolph Ziggler is screaming while he's talking and he's saying that he has all this passion does not make him a good talker. Anyone can scream talk. I just scream talk right now. Am I all of a sudden a good talker? I really hate when Ziggler does these promos. It's always like the same promo with him when he's in this situation. He can't think of anything original that fits with their storyline. By the way, what is even the storyline for Ziggler and Ambrose? I don't even know. It's like Dolph Ziggler gets a world title shot, and it's like, oh, well, we have to think of something. And Ziggler's saying that I must prove myself. It's like, who cares? That's not a good storyline. Ziggler's a former multiple-time world champion. Whether his reigns were jokes or not, it doesn't matter. He still won them. Last I checked, if you still win the championship, it doesn't matter. So how are you trying to make us prove that Ziggler is something? Like, good job with that. And that's my problem. It's like there's no really good storyline with it. You're kind of confusing your audience because on one hand, you want to try to make Ambrose kind of a heel, but on the other hand, you're trying to promote Dolph Ziggler as a heel. And then you're also giving these fans who have been dormant for, at least the past 2 years, who were used to be on the Ziggler train and used to be all like, oh, I love Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler's the greatest. Dolph Ziggler's awesome. And now they're coming back from the woodwork and they're thinking Ziggler could win the title, and you're just giving your fans false hope. But at the end of the day, you might just keep Dean Ambrose a babyface because of it. Instead of building off that momentum of having these in their false hope and then getting pissed off when Dean Ambrose wins, you're just going to keep Dean Ambrose babyface, and it just makes no sense. I honestly think they need to make Dean Ambrose into a heel. I think Dean Ambrose being a heel is probably the best route of action. I think he could be a great number one heel. Like I said, if you watch this promo, I didn't think Ziggler was a star of this promo. And this is nothing against Dolph Ziggler. I just don't like when superstars have to go against yelling talk to get their points over or do this, oh, the machine held me down promo. Look, be original. This story. Try to build up your character. There's nothing there. Dean Ambrose, I actually felt he was doing a good job as a character. I just felt that he was disrespecting Dolph Ziggler. I felt he was a dick, and I was getting behind that in a bad way, in a good way, I guess you could say, because I didn't like what he was saying to Dolph Ziggler. I thought he was such a fucking dick. But it wasn't like, oh, I don't want Dean Ambrose on my TV anymore. No, it's like good heel heat. Something we're missing. So I felt Ambrose the way, like just the fact that he called Ziggler a kid. He's like, kid. I was like, who the fuck are you to call Ziggler a kid? Like that's good stuff. When you have me defending Ziggler in some way, shape, or form during a promo, you're doing your job correctly. So I hope WWE kind of wake up and realizes that, hey, Ambrose as a heel could actually do some good things for us, and we could actually get more of this guy as this. He thinks he's a big shot world champion than any other character that we have for Dean Ambrose. But overall, that Ziggler segment and that Dean Ambrose segment on Miz TV, we saw it a couple weeks ago. It wasn't like that was anything special. This was just whatever. Ziggler ends up super kicking Dean Ambrose, and now you're giving the false hope that Ziggler can win the championship at SummerSlam, which we know he's not. Ziggler is the perfect example of, hey, you're one and done. Oh, we need to give the title to someone. Let's give it to Ziggler because he's popular with the fans. The fans would like this. This would trick the fans into saying that we're trying to change. So let's just shut up someone that used to wrestle back in 2005 with DX or 2006. Shit. Can you believe that? That's 10 years ago. Dolph Ziggler was like a cheerleader 10 years ago with the Spirit Squad. Oh, God. That's so weird to think about that. 10 years ago, Dolph Ziggler was Mitch. Oh, no, he was Nikki. My bad. He was Nikki. Nikki! Oh, God. Funny stuff. Funny stuff. So, anyways, moving on forward. I don't understand why WWE did not even show Apollo Crews once tonight. I mean, he's going for the IC Championship. Where was he? Where was this Apollo Crews? Was he wrestling? No. Did we get some video package of him? Maybe I freaking fast forward to it because, like I said, I was watching this on the DVR. Didn't stop for freaking everything. I decided I wanted to watch what was on the show. And so I felt like we had no Apollo Crews, so I go on to WWE YouTube just so that way I can rewatch some stuff, so that way I know what I'm saying and not missing any information. And I see that Apollo Crews has a SmackDown Fallout interview. So I said, oh, maybe on accident they skipped this. Because normally when they have those SmackDown Fallout interviews, they actually did something on the show, and they show it in a clip, and then they go to the interview. So I went to go watch it, and then all of a sudden, it was just Apollo Crews like, I can't wait until I become the Intercontinental Champion. You couldn't have this interview on the show? Like, that's what you're doing with your number one contender to the IC Championship. A nice young talent in Apollo Crews versus a veteran in The Miz who has been a multiple-time mid-card champion, been a WWE World Champion, and all he gets is just pretty much just standing there doing an interview with JoJo or whoever the lady was. I can't remember. And that's it. That's all he gets. And it's on YouTube. So you have to go very exclusive. And that's the thing. That's a problem with WWE. And it's not just WWE, it's a lot of wrestling companies. They expect you to go out of your way to see all this shit. Like I'm telling you guys right now, if I didn't do YouTube, if I didn't do Twitter and everything like that, I wouldn't even like sniff the WWE YouTube page unless they posted a ridiculous top 10 for me to make fun of. You know, I only go back and watch the YouTube clips just to make sure I'm not missing anything because, you know, sometimes when you're watching the match, you're on your phone, you're doing some other stuff. So I went back and it's just like, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go out of my way to go and watch Apollo Crews talk about how he's excited to face The Miz. They need to do a better job with that, man. They really do need to do a better job at featuring their superstars. I mean, you can make time for Baron Corbin beating up poor little Kalisto, but you couldn't make time for your number one contender to the Intercontinental Championship. So, I don't know. I don't know what the WWE is doing with Apollo Crews. I like Apollo Crews. I hope he does well in the future of the WWE, but I'm just sick and tired of WWE expecting us to go out of our way to do things like, well, you're a wrestling fan, so you have to do it. So Randy Orton took on Heath Slater tonight because Randy Orton had to sign his contract against Brock Lesnar to make it official, and I just don't like. That's the one thing about wrestling that I never understood. When do these idiots sign their contracts for the matches? Announce the match is going to happen, but yet he's signing the contract a week before to make it official. But the wrestlers one day just says, nah, I don't want that. That would be a great storyline. Like they announce the match, and then the wrestler's like, I ain't signing the contract. I ain't gonna do the match. That'd be awesome. That'd be great. Make it an unsanctioned match. It's gonna happen anyways, but it's gonna be under unsanctioned rules. I actually think that would be entertaining, to be honest. So, yeah, I just don't get that. Why do wrestlers have to sign contracts? If you announce the match is official, right? So why is it that he has to sign a contract all of a sudden? Randy Orton signed a contract to take a drug test or something. You already announced it. It's already there. So why is he signing the contract now? This leads to more Heath Slater shenanigans. He wants another shot to get a SmackDown contract. He has the match with Randy Orton. Match is pretty much decent at best. Randy Orton ends up getting DQ, showing the viciousness that he might show to Lesnar at SummerSlam. So Heath Slater wins. So which means Heath Slater is going to get a WWE SmackDown Live contract. And Daniel Bryan and Shane are about to offer it to him. They're checking on him in the medical office. And Heath Slater says, no, I don't want to go to SmackDown. I want to be on Raw. What the fuck are they doing with Heath Slater? Then why did he do this? Why did you open your show with Heath Slater challenging Randy Orton? Have it where Randy Orton beats the fuck out of Heath Slater, where he wins the match. So Heath Slater gets a nice win over Randy Orton. You know, a DQ win, but a nice win nonetheless. He gets his contract, and they're like, nah, you know what? I want to go to Raw. So why are you wasting our time with Heath Slater? That's the thing that WWE does. They always waste their time. Instead of trying to think of good, funny ways for Heath Slater to say no to SmackDown or make it to get behind Heath Slater a little bit more, where he's like, no, I actually want to win a match 1, 2, 3 or something like that. They just make it goofy where Heath Slater wasted 3 weeks to get on SmackDown, and then all of a sudden he's like, nah, man, I'm good. I want to go to Raw. Like, what? Why would he want to go to Raw? What made him think, oh, Raw's the place where I have to be? Like, there's no payoff. You just get no payoff with anything anymore in today's WWE. That's just how it is. Blue Knight said SmackDown was pretty decent, but shitty booking is still there. It's always been there. And Angry Mark says SmackDown was a decent show. So far as I think SmackDown's winning this brand split war early on. I mean, for the past 3 weeks, or 4 weeks, you know, SmackDown Live didn't start off as hot as Raw, but you notice how Raw has just kept on declining, and SmackDown has been getting a little bit, like, you know, it's like SmackDown's just kind of there, you know. SmackDown's not like terrible, but it's not like the trash that you see on Raw. Garbage Man had a match with Dean Ambrose. So after Dean Ambrose got kicked by Dolph Ziggler, Ambrose was like, you know, shaking off the cobwebs, and Shane announced that he's going to face Garbage Man in the match, and Dean Ambrose and Garbage Man ensued, and so I decided to press fast forward because I'm not watching Garbage Man wrestle. But holy shit, the best moment of this week for WWE. Yes, I am not kidding you when I say this. This was the best moment for me as a fan. So Ambrose goes and beats Garbage Man like he should. Garbage Man. There's no reason why Garbage Man should even win any matches in his life. But Bray Wyatt realized how much trash this man is. Bray Wyatt realizes how useless this dude is. So Bray Wyatt goes, looks at Garbage Man's sheet mask, throws it on his chair, and he leaves Garbage Man like he's trash. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Fuck you, Garbage Man. Bray Wyatt instantly now in the Chase Oliver top 5 for that. He threw Garbage Man like trash. Good. Oh my God. Great moment. Great moment. Great moment. Top moment for me this week in the WWE. Oh, Chase, you're fucking asshole, Balor, and shut the fuck up. Raw messed up with all their shit they did this week. Let me enjoy something that I like for once. Like, I'm sick and tired of, like, fans not just letting me enjoy shit. Like, I let you guys enjoy your shit. I let people enjoy what they want to enjoy. But when I enjoy something, oh, you're such a dick. You're such an asshole. Oh, my God, stop it. Who cares? Who cares about Garbage Man? No one cares about this fucker. He's never going to do anything in the WWE. Care Bear has a better chance at doing shit in the WWE. While you guys are in the chat, please tell me your 5 superstars you want to see on SmackDown, because I'm almost done reviewing SmackDown, to be honest with you. There's not really much to talk about left. You know, there's only like 3 more things that I want to talk about, and then I'm going to take questions and stuff. So let me know which 5 superstars that you would like to see on SmackDown from Raw. Obviously, 1 and 2 would be like the top 2, but I want to know like who you think would benefit being on SmackDown. Don't do any trades or anything. I just want to see. I'm just interested to see the top 5 and stuff like that. We can discuss that a little bit more. So, yeah. What happened after Garbage Man got trashed, man? I'm sorry. That was like my favorite moment, dude, where Bray Wyatt even realized this dude was trash. Bray Wyatt just finally woke up on the inside. He was just like, man, this dude is trash. And he just left him. Yes. Oh, my favorite moment this week in the WWE, man. I don't care what anyone says, man. I honestly don't care. That was my favorite moment this year. All right, so the tag team showcase match. I hate when WWE does this, because you should have just called it the American Alpha showcase match. Like, just showcase American Alpha more. We know who all these other tag teams are, or maybe showcase the Hype Bros this week. I don't like these 12-man tag team matches. They're just laziness. They're absolutely lazy. The spots are so easy to tell. They're just there to kind of get the, like, I don't mind these type of matches where if you're at a house show or something, that's cool. Those are fine for house shows. But for live TV, it just comes off as really lazy, because you know what's going to happen. There's schmosh pause, there's confusion that's going on. You know, it's just like, it's so hard for some people, like, especially if someone like, let's just say someone new is getting into WWE for that week and they don't know anything about tag team wrestling and they see this match. You know, it's hard for them to understand what tag team wrestling is. That's why it's fine for you to do just a regular tag team match, especially since you were trying to do this whole new era crap, just feature more new era teams, and there you go. I'm just not a fan of the whole schmosh polish of tag teams and everything like that. So that's just me. Like, it wasn't like the match was bad or anything, but, you know, like I said, predictable matchup. You know what's going to happen and everything like that. And thank you all very much for sending your top 5. I'll get to those after we talk about the women's division. And then we'll talk a little bit more about the main event of the evening, which, of course, was John Felix Anthony Cena taking on Alberto Del Rio. Oh, great. Everyone was so excited to see that feud again. Damn it. John and Alberto sold out all the shows in 2011. All the house shows were selling out. So the women's division stuff, I gotta say, man, Naomi's entrance, that's wrestling right there. When you saw Naomi's entrance and stuff like that, that's what makes you watch wrestling and kind of appreciate, man. You notice how the fans kind of got into it? Nice little fun entrance. That's what you want to do to stand out and feel a little bit different than everyone else. That's awesome. You didn't have to put on body paint like Finn Balor just to do that entrance. No, it was just like, hey, here I am with all this glow-up shit, and I'm here to dance. I liked it. That was good. And everything like that. And and then afterwards, you know, Eva Marie, the voiceover, Eva Marie was stuck in traffic. She's sorry. She can't be there. I like how they're keeping Eva Marie gone for a couple while. I just didn't like people were like, oh, Chase, I thought you would love this Eva Marie gimmick. This is up your alley of stupid shit that you like. And I was like, it's a good idea. It's just I didn't like they did this after you announced that you're going to bring your own women's title to SmackDown. That's like a stupid thing. Why would you hype up the women's title and then don't do shit with the women at all? The women's tag team match was there, and that's all you could really say about it. Nothing too special. You can move on. You can live your life without having to see this match. All right, let's get into some top fives that these people made. Blue Knight says Roman Reigns, Rusev, Seth Rollins, Big Show, and Sheamus. Big Show. Big Show still around? TJ Promeo asks Cesaro, Rusev, Zayn, Roman, Saxton. Myron Saxton, I guess. Kadeem Simon says Sheamus. No, he could deserve it. Roman, Cesaro, Jericho, and Paige. And he says, we do need some women on SmackDown. Kadeem Simon says, Naomi face turn. Yeah, well, she turned face. Her amazing song is now all disco. You're like, oh, boom, 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 boom. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. So I'm going to answer to this one guy on the OKFA Post Raw Rundown. All right, so this guy, he didn't like how I was all insulting Finn Balor last week on the post-Raw rundown, or I wasn't really insulting him. I just saw a stupid WWE debuted the Demon, and I still don't get Finn Balor's character. Don't understand that. I have nothing against performers. The only performers I hate, and I feel like I'm a repetitive jukebox when I have to say this, but I feel like people don't fucking listen. The only performers I hate are Garbage Man, Care Bear, and Gunner. Those are the only three wrestlers I fucking hate currently, today, that I watch. Gunner, I don't even know where the fuck he is anymore, but I still hate this man. He's boring. Yet, when I say any insults on any of the wrestlers, everyone's like, oh, how dare you? Oh, you don't know what? Shut the fuck up. I know what I'm talking about. Just because I said something bad about your favorite wrestler doesn't mean shit. Just giving you my opinion. It's not my fault WWE doesn't know how to write for these dumb dicks. For real. I don't understand Finn Balor's character. What is Finn Balor's character? We don't fucking know. And all of a sudden it makes me, oh, Chase, you just hate Finn Balor. Finn Balor's not one of my favorites. I'll admit that. He's not one of my favorites, but I have nothing against the guy. I think he's a good wrestler. He just bores me. He's not a charismatic, exciting dude, but it pisses me off when people think that I don't know what I'm talking about. Where it's like, oh, Chase, you don't know. I'm pretty sure with the amount of time I've been wasting here on YouTube, I know what the fuck I'm saying when I say shit. Am I always right? No. I can be wrong, and that's fine. If WWE can prove me wrong, that's good. But is it a good type of wrong or a bad type of wrong? Who knows? But I just hate when people think that, oh, you just hate everyone. You hate No! Is Ziggler one of my favorites? No. Is Ambrose one of my favorites? Yes. Am I allowed to critique my favorites? Absolutely. If you can't critique your favorite wrestlers, then what are you doing on here? Honestly, what are you doing on here? If you're a reviewer, if you review shows and you can't critique your favorite wrestler, you can't talk about your favorite wrestler and critique him, then what are you doing as a reviewer here on YouTube? Just leave. Honestly, just leave. You cannot not critique your, like, you have to be able to critique your favorite wrestlers. I make fun of Orton for all his past shit. People think I'm always on the Reigns dick. I can admit Reigns can be fucking boring as all hell. I just defend Roman a little bit more because sometimes the freaking arguments that these YWC schmucks give to me are so stupid and freaking hypocritical, because some of the shit they say about Reigns, it goes to their favorite wrestlers too. Just absolutely annoying. But what I hate the most is when someone thinks that, like, oh, if I say anything negative about a certain wrestler, you hate that man. You don't like him. You're an idiot. No. Enough. I know, sorry that I went on this rant and tangent, but it really annoys me. It especially annoys me when people try to say, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. Get the fuck out of here. If I didn't know what I was talking about, I wouldn't be on here live spewing my dumbass shit. I don't think I should have said that, but, you know, I don't consider myself a smart human being. I do consider myself a dumbass. I mean, I'm here at like 10:44 p.m., talking about pro wrestling when I could be sleeping. You know, that's pretty much dumb. You know what I'm saying? But I like doing this because it's fun. So, yeah. So, I'm just giving this out there for anyone watching this on the archive or new people watching the stream. Just because I say something negative about a certain wrestler or anything negative about the wrestler's character does not mean I hate the wrestler. Are there wrestlers that I don't like that much? Absolutely. But I can critique my favorites. I critique Alberto Del Rio. Yes, I'm a Del Rio fan. Deal with this. Sorry, I like Del Rio. Sometimes when Del Rio actually gives a shit, Del Rio is one of the realest motherfuckers in the room, man. I'm being dead honest here. When Del Rio actually cares, he's one of the best performers in the WWE. If Del Rio actually cares about the storyline that's given to him, Del Rio delivers, man. He delivers the goods. Swagger, I like Swagger. You guys know I like Reigns. You guys know I like Orton. You guys know I like Rollins. You guys know I like Ambrose. But it's like, you know, I can critique my favorite wrestlers. I don't know if you guys can, but yeah. I can critique my favorite wrestlers. And don't get me wrong, like, a lot of the people I don't like are not IWC favorites. Yes, that's true. Because sometimes the fans do annoy me with them. But I do like AJ Styles. Like, there's no way I'm not going to be an AJ fan. Like, get the fuck out of here. I love that guy. It's awesome. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you're going to make me stop being an AJ Styles fanboy. People act like, oh, Chase, you will never mark out for anything. Oh, I'll mark out if AJ wins the title. Just because I don't show it on camera and try to do a fake reaction for all you guys doesn't mean that I'm not happy on the inside. Like, shit. Like, everyone thinks like, oh, I just sit there and I don't have any reactions to this shit. Like, no. Trying to be professional in a review. Trying to be unbiased in a review. It's King Spartan. My number one hater, King Spartan, says, Chase, you suck. Yeah, I know that, King Spartan. You don't have to tell me. Come on, cuh. Anyways, enough with that tangent aside. Time to talk about the main event of Smackdown. Before I do, Satan and Cage, I'm sorry if I messed up your own name. I do own it, King Spartan. You don't have to tell me that I suck. I know I suck. Jesus Christ. What did you think of Orton versus Slater? Decent at best. That's all I really said. It was just there for, you know, to show that Orton has the rage to beat up the beast, Brock Lesnar, and all that other shit. So, yeah. Anyways, time to talk about Cena and Del Rio. And they're renewing the rivalry of awesomeness. Oh, God. That video package, who cares? Oh, my God, dude. Watching this match, I just got bad memories of 2011. Like, have you guys ever done that before? When it's like you're watching a match, like it's like guys that used to wrestle in the past, and you just get bad memories from like a previous year when you saw these guys wrestle. You're like, oh, my God, no. So when I was watching this Cena Del Rio match, which, by the way, was decent. Good main event, I should say, actually. Passable main event for a TV show. Like, if you're asking for a TV main event, that's what you should deliver on. But I just didn't really care because I was just getting all these bad memories of just, like, the year 2011 and Kevin Nash and Triple H in a sledgehammer. I was just getting all these bad memories, man. I just couldn't watch this match without just thinking of some of the bullshit of 2011, man. Draven, AJ Styles has definitely improved on the promo in WWE. I mean, I don't know what happened. Like, if you watch some of AJ's TNA promos, oh god, dude, they were unbearable. Like, have you all seen the AJ Styles shoot promo? The one where he was all like, "Yeah, he's not the best in the world. I am. I'm the best in the world." You know, that was terrible, man. But AJ's a little bit better on the microphone. Nothing world beating, but he's definitely more easy to listen on the microphone than most people. Dolph Ziggler's whose mic skills improved? Ambrose or Ziggler's? Because Ambrose is the only one I saw improve. SA10. I don't know what you talking about. Ziggler. Ziggler's been doing the same shit on the mic for years. I'm going to show everyone why I'm going to. Oh god, hell no. No, Ambrose. Ambrose for sure has improved better. Oh, the Cena AJ Clara Lynch storyline. Oh yeah. Oh god. Draven G, I was getting flashbacks to it, Del Rio. Threw a teddy bear at Cena on the Christmas edition. Oh, Del Rio hit Santa Claus. He killed Santa. So Cena was fighting for the honor of Santa. Oh my god, dude! But at the end, oh my god, stop! You guys are going insane with the Ziggler talk. Enough. Ziggler has been doing the same shit. I can pull up a promo of Ziggler from freaking 2 years ago. It's the same fucking promo. That would killed Santa. But of course, LOL, Cena wins. AJ Styles goes and attacks Cena. Looks like AJ Styles is about to hashtag beat up John Cena. But Cena gets the upper hand, beats up on AJ Styles, and he leaves the triumphant hero to end the SmackDown show. And AJ Styles and John Cena get top billing. Not the WWE World Heavyweight Champion and Dean Ambrose or his number one contender, Dolph Ziggler. It was John Cena and AJ Styles because fuck the world title. John Cena is more important than the world title, obviously, I guess. See, I don't get that. That's the one thing I will complain about a little bit. What's the WWE like in love with their mid-card feuds right now? Like Roman and Rusev, better booked, minus the main event that happened on Raw, than Rollins and Balor. And then later on, you also have Cena and AJ. Like, I'm sorry, if you were to show people, let's just say you photoshopped the title of Dean Ambrose. If you were to show people Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler and AJ Styles and John Cena and ask them, which one do you think the WWE Championship match is? I'm pretty sure people would think it was AJ and John Cena. You know, I think everyone would think it's AJ and John Cena and everything like that. But no, it's not. Like AJ and John Cena feud feels like it's for the WWE title. It feels like another, Cena WWE title feud. Cena's about ready to freaking beat another guy and retain his championship and be our great champion that we all need. So yeah. But yeah, that just makes no sense to me. But yeah, like I said, overall SmackDown, it was better than Raw, but that's not saying much. Just because we got a pile of shit last night and we got some decent crap tonight does not mean like SmackDown all of a sudden is great or anything. I mean, was it watchable? For the most part, like there's some stuff you could definitely gloss over from the show, but nothing too special. Not a good go-home show, in my personal opinion, to SummerSlam. This show did not get me excited for SummerSlam whatsoever. So now it's time to take the Q&A portion of this video, where you guys can ask SmackDown/WWE questions towards me, hopefully related to SmackDown and SummerSlam and everything like that. Not like last night where we were talking about the Olympics and the NBA and all this other shit. TJ Promile says Luke Harper needs to come back. Luke Harper should not get injured. How about that? Quick little announcements. I have a Q&A tomorrow. So live Q&A, that's where you guys can ask me anything and everything. Weston will be on, the Angry Mark, and Aisha Boss will be on. And on Thursday, I have my boy JD Benham and Gold Center 000 and maybe other people. We will predict the SummerFest, SummerSlam 2016, and also NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, and have some fun with that. So you'll get 2 live streams from me back to back. As for UFC 202 live stream and the TakeOver Brooklyn review, those will happen on the same night. Yes, those will happen on the same night. TakeOver Brooklyn will be happening. TakeOver Brooklyn will be happening after the UFC 202 stream. So I'll be watching UFC 202. Like, TakeOver Brooklyn will happen. What time does TakeOver Brooklyn end? Whichever one ends first. So I'll do TakeOver Brooklyn first. Then I'll do UFC 202. Heel Steve will not be joining me for the UFC 202 live stream, as he will be at Barclays for TakeOver Brooklyn too. So he won't be able to come in for the UFC 202 stream. So it'll just be me for the UFC 202 stream. So I'm able to do those 2 streams and everything like that. Now for the SummerSlam review stream, that is going to happen on Monday. And the reason why it's happening on Monday is because Sunday I work a shift from 3 to 11 p.m. So which means I'll be missing all of the great action that will happen at the Summerfest this year live. But thankfully, I have the WWE Network for only $9.99, so I can watch it on demand. So my plan is to, once I get home on Sunday, catch a little bit of SummerSlam as much as I can, at least watch the matches that I want to see for SummerSlam, and then later on finish the rest Monday after I get home from the doctors. So that's my plan for this weekend and everything like that. So yeah. Yeah, 6-hour shifts, man. We get those long shifts at my work. Got to earn that money. Got to get that big time Bobby Big Dick money right there. So yeah, that's the plan. So Wednesday, you guys will get a live Q&A. Thursday, you guys are going to get my SummerSlam predictions as well with WWE TakeOver 2 Brooklyn predictions. Saturday, Friday, nothing from me. You guys will get a rest from me. Saturday, you'll get 1 stream of the TakeOver Brooklyn 2, and that stream won't go long. Like, I'll be honest there, I'm not going to make that stream long at all. UFC 202, I'll watch afterwards, because UFC starts at like 7 my time, while TakeOver starts at 5. So I can miss the first opening portion of the UFC 202, to be honest. Then I'll watch UFC 202 and do a stream for that. And no SummerFest, no live SummerSlam review whatsoever on Sunday night, so do not expect that from me. You have other great YouTubers to watch besides myself anyways, so go watch them. Then on Monday, around like mid-afternoon, before Raw most likely, come in, watch me talk about the SummerFest. Alrighty then. Now that I'm done whoring all my shit, whoring out my shit, there you go. Welcome, Zay Henderson. Stop rambling, Chase. I will, King Spartan. Sorry, I suck, remember? King Spartan asks, where's Connor? Connor's not a part of this stream. If he wants to be, he can. I don't think he's up right now. It's like 1 o'clock for him. SA10 NHK. SA10, is there like a name that I can call you that's easier than like your username? Or like an easier username that you want me to say or something like that? Just let me know. Do you think AJ Styles needs a clean win over Cena 1v1 in order to establish himself as a strong main eventer? Yeah, I think it would help him out tremendously. It'll get the internet buzzing. It'll get people buzzing. It'll make AJ Styles look like he may have a chance at winning the WWE World title, which I think he will go to next. He's either going for the world title or he's going to go against Randy Orton. And Draven G, that's his next question. If AJ moves into the title picture after SummerSlam, do you see the feud between Wyatt and Orton happening? Yes. If AJ moves on into the title picture after SummerSlam, I do see Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton feuding, especially since I do think Randy Orton could beat Lesnar at SummerSlam, and it would give Wyatt a good reason to want to go after Orton, because he wanted to be the one to conquer the beast, and Randy Orton was the one instead to conquer the beast. Bray Wyatt wanted that opportunity. So it could give Bray Wyatt a reason to wanting to go after Randy Orton, but then again, Bray Wyatt normally attacks people for no reason, And you know, Wyatt and Orton, they never really got to start their feud that they wanted to do last year. Because remember, Randy Orton was kidnapped in Mexico by Luke Harper. They did that on storyline on camera and shit like that. So I think it would be a more sensible move. Like if AJ is not in the title picture, then it would definitely be Randy Orton, who AJ Styles would feud next. I mean, you already beat Cena, so why not go after Orton? And then, you know, Wyatt most likely maybe find his way in the title picture because, you know, Bray Wyatt's been doing this BS with Ziggler and Ambrose every week, so you would think that maybe he would be next in line for the title picture. Who knows? Straight Shoe said, thoughts on Naomi's entrance? I missed your thoughts. Oh, I liked it. I thought it was cool. It was a cool wrestling entrance. That's what I expect from these Wrestling Weekly shows, something fun and new every week, something different from superstars, and that's what it gave me. King Spartan, I got a question. Would you say your mic skills are most like on SmackDown? I don't get that question. My mic skills suck. Remember, King Spartan? I just suck. Blue Knight asks, Eva Marie has been pissing off the IWC as of late. Do you wish the IWC would take a chill pill and realize it's just a gimmick? Blue Knight, that would actually mean the IWC to actually sit down and actually understand something. I mean, yeah, you can't talk to the IWC about this shit. It's a gimmick. They don't understand that. They haven't seen a gimmick in years. They don't get it. They don't get gimmicks. The only gimmicks they get are the ones they want to like. That's the thing about the IWC that people don't tell you. The IWC likes what they only want to like. They won't like anything else. It's only the people they like that get a chance. They think they know all. They think that they know what's best for business, even though half the time when they say they know what's best for business, it's actually bad for business. I mean, that's why Blue Knight, the IWC, has all these billions of... Oh, wait, that's Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon has those $1 billion, while most of the IWC guys don't. Back, most of the IWC guys are like me, working minimum wage jobs or barely working at all. So, just saying. You know, I don't know why they're freaking out about Eva Marie's gimmick. Is it a good gimmick? I guess. You know, I'm not going to say if it's a good gimmick or not. I mean, I get it. I just don't really like it all that much, but it just makes no sense why they're getting so pissed off of it. Kadeem Simon, you think WWE going with Wyatt versus Orton feud after SummerSlam? Like I said, if AJ Styles is not faced for the title, he's facing Orton. And if Orton is not doing anything, probably Wyatt. Because, like I said, Orton could have a chance to beat Brock Lesnar at the SummerSlam. And yeah. Draven G, what do you see being the best match of the weekend? Oh, that's a good question. Best match of the weekend. I'd have to say Cena and Styles because I actually think there won't be any shenanigans in this match. So I would say Cena versus Styles would probably be the best match this weekend. Or are you talking about, are you adding TakeOver Brooklyn? Because if we had TakeOver Brooklyn, Nakamura and Joe, I mean, seriously, is there any debate there? Like, that match is going to be fucking insane. Just the amount of intensity that's going to go in that match. So, like, if you're just, like, saying of the weekend, Nakamura and Joe. Of SummerSlam, Cena versus Styles. Sleeper match this weekend. Honestly, the sleeper match this weekend, like, this is not a question. I'm just saying what would be the sleeper match. The sleeper match this weekend changed for me. Originally, it was going to be Reigns and Rusev because I was going to say you guys are going to love this match because it's going to be great. But they gave it away on Raw, and it was still a great match. But I don't know why they gave it away on Raw. The sleeper match this weekend will be, I would have to say, if I were to choose a sleeper, I won't be surprised if Alamos and Bobby Roode go out there, or Jose, whatever his name is. I won't be surprised they go out there and they tear the house down. If AJ gets a win at SummerSlam, it will equal 4 wins for Cena, but Cena's on his break, so AJ has a good chance before that happens. Zay Henderson asks, best chance Randy can beat Lesnar? In RKO? After an F5? That's my guess. Straight Shooter asks, so I'm guessing Styles versus Orton ain't happening anytime soon. Me, maybe for WrestleMania 33? Yeah, sure. Straight Shooter, do you see Dolph Ziggler dressed as a Colonel Sanders when SmackDown was off the air? Oh my God, no. Fuck off. Draven G asks, I've got my reservations about Lesnar versus Orton because I'm feeling Lesnar might half-ass match like he did at Mania. I mean, it's also Orton, too. Orton's known for freaking half-assing matches, too, so who knows? The tag title match at TakeOver could be a dark horse. Oh, yeah. It's Revival and Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano. I forgot what their name is. Yeah, that could actually be a good sleeper match as well. But I just choose Rude because Rude has a good record on facing no-name guys, and he does really good with them. Like, not trying to say Jose is a no-name. I don't even know his name. Cien Lopez. What's this idiot's name? What's his name? I know his middle name is renamed Cien. Like, I know he can. No way Jose is fighting Austin Aries. Like, that could be a sleeper. Austin Aries can carry fools. Austin Aries is one of the best workers in wrestling today. Is Darren Young and Tyson O'Neill really happening? Johnny Green? Oh God. Oh God. But yeah, that's a good choice, Draven G. I'll give you that one. But I just believe in my boy Bobby Roode too much, man. Bobby Roode has never let me down. He's one of my favorite wrestlers too. TJ Paloma, Chris Jericho, and Marvin Latour versus Cass and Enzo is going to be a sleeper match. What the fuck is that? What he's calling Kevin Owens nowadays? Huh. Marvin Latour. That could be a good sleeper match. I can see that actually. I'm surprised. I bet you so many people are so pissed off because when I said I think the best SummerSlam match is going to be Cena versus Styles, everyone's like, "How dare you disrespect Balor versus Rollins?" I bet you there's already a comment in the archive section. People pissed off. I'm sorry, dude. They haven't been wrestling that much one-on-one in the house show circuit. I can't believe that match is going to be good or not. Like, just because they're touching in tag team matches doesn't mean shit to me. I would like to see a story with Bobby Roode and Triple H down the road, says Blue Knight. Don't we all? Bobby Roode's Canadian Triple H. I mean, it will be glorious. No pun, fully pun intended, actually, when him and the game battle it out. No, is Triple H going to make his return to WWE TV? Because we all know Triple H likes to say, "This is NXT." So is Triple H going to make that return? Are we going to finally see the game again? How do you all actually miss Triple H? I kind of miss Triple H a lot, man. I do kind of miss Triple H a lot, man. I like seeing Triple H kind of just like screaming and yelling and stuff like that. Draven G, do you think WWE will have Rude and Aries from the Dirty Heels? Possibly if they're not really doing much in the NXT scene, because like I think Rude, they're kind of moving up to the main event portion of the NXT scene, while Aries is just kind of there to work with guys that they want to get over. And, Austin Aries is such a good worker, he will get them over. So I feel like with Bobby Roode, he is just kind of there to get pushed to the main event scene, while Aries is kind of there to work with talent NXT wants to get over, and he has no problem helping them get over and everything like that. So I feel like Dirty Heels, maybe if like they're both still on NXT within a year and they still haven't done shit with them, sure. But I can't imagine Rude staying on NXT for a full year. I think he's up by WrestleMania time, in my personal opinion, because the Glorious scene will get over. His theme song's already over. Bobby Roode will get himself over, and, WWE will have to put him onto the main roster by that point. I think Aries, like, the role he's in now is perfect for him at his portion of his career. I do like Austin Aries a lot. And that's why I also condemn Austin Aries, a guy that could probably be a world champion for any promotion, really, to be honest, big or small. And, Austin Aries is instead, trying to help younger guys get over as talents and put on great matches with them. Respect that from Austin Aries, man. People don't think I'm an Austin Aries fan. Oh, I'm a huge Austin Aries fan. Austin Aries and Bobby Roode, Destination X 2012. Was it 12 or 13? I can't remember off the top of my head. But, man, dude, that match right there, great match. One of my favorite TNA World title matches. Straight Shooter, Bayley versus Asuka 2 is going to be a sleeper match only for me. That could be a sleeper match. I don't know. I didn't really like the first one all that much. Not to say the first one was bad, but not like the biggest man in the world. Could see Simon that says, we need Triple H as champion. Damn right. He'll carry SmackDown and not put over anyone. I would love it. TJ Pomali asks, I was hella pissed when Shelton Benjamin tweeted that he was injured, man. Oh, me too. I was so excited to see, ain't no stopping me now. I was so excited for that shit. Also, do you think Triple H will ever have a one-off match at a TakeOver, says Dre Bungie? I was actually about to say that, like, not gonna lie, Draven G, when I was talking about Triple H, but then I felt like I feel stupid by saying it because, like, sometimes I do have thoughts in my head that I kind of just let slide by. I was thinking to myself, it'd be nice if one day Triple H, because he shoves himself so in front of NXT, just have a fucking match. Why not? Just show why you're the game and why you're the champion and how everyone wants to be like you. Damn it! You know, I wouldn't mind. I think it would be good for Triple H to have a one-off match with NXT, especially if there's a talent that's over. You know, if you can get into a bigger, like, or if it's in a big arena, not like where it's like a small arena. Like the Full Sail crowd doesn't deserve to see a full-fledged Triple H water spit and all entrance. No, you get like a big stadium. Triple H sells that shit out, and he wrestles a match with like Nakamura, Joe, or Rude, or whoever. Oh fuck yeah, I will buy that shit. Triple H and Nakamura would be cool though. I think that's what they might do at WrestleMania though. But I don't know. They said up and coming NXT talent. So, and I don't know if Nakamura is a part of the Triple H Golden Children. You know, the Golden Children are a special case. So it might be Triple H and Rollins because that's what we all want, right? Don't worry, Chase. Triple H will come back, and remember, God always does a plain hug, especially when it comes to money. Johnny Green, when I watched John Cena versus Alberto, it reminded me of the time Alberto ran over Santa. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, Johnny Green. That Alberto killed Santa Claus. It was so funny. I think it was Draven that said it reminded me of Alberto the Real throwing a teddy bear at Cena. Remember in TNA, was it Tommy Dreamer and AJ Styles, where Tommy Dreamer grabbed like the minion from the Despicable Me movie, and he fucking whacked it over the head of AJ Styles? Like, I was like, what the fuck are they doing? Fucking Dreamer. He's still hardcore. TJ Pomali says they need to retire the super kick, man. It looks so weak now. The Usos, Ziggler, Del Rio, and Rusev use a signature move rather than a finisher. Yeah, and also don't forget about Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens uses a super kick like it's no tomorrow. Yeah, I'm tired of the super kick being used too much. It annoys me. Blue Knight, I would want Shelton Benjamin to be WWE champion. I don't want him to drop out to these mid-card schmucks. Oh, yeah, man. Me too. But sadly, Blue Knight, that's what Shelton Benjamin would be doing. He would be jobbing to some of these mid-card schmucks nowadays. Kadeem Simon says, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder on the same brand. Edgeheads reunion. Dog, if they come back, let's Zack Ryder should turn heel on Mojo Rawley, say fuck the Hype Bros, get back with the Edgeheads, get back with Kurt Hawkins, man, and had that, we're in the middle of the fire flames and everywhere. Oh, man, that was one of the best themes. I'm being dead serious. Back in like 07 WWE, like I bought that WWE Superstars volume, was it 8 or whatever? Whichever one it was, like their remember when WWE actually used to release the Superstar themes on a CD player and stuff like that? I remember buying that shit, and I was listening to the theme songs, and I think they were like track 9. They were like track 9 of that CD, and that song started playing. I was like, whose theme song is this? And keep in mind, back then, YouTube was not as big as it was. Like YouTube was still barely starting out, so you couldn't really search up a lot of the stuff on YouTube. Like nowadays, there's like 8 billion people who upload theme songs, so you know whose theme song is who. But back then, you didn't know. So I typed in for the WWE, like I typed in on the WWE.com because I wanted to know whose theme song it was, and I found out it was Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins' theme song. I was like, man, they have one of the best theme songs ever, man. They have one of the best mid-card theme songs ever, dog. We're in the middle of the fire flames and everywhere. Oh, God. It's one of those theme songs that you just reuse. Just make people forget that was Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins' theme song. Good song. Like Tyson Kidd's theme song that he had a couple years back. Rising from the stand, I am the ash of destruction, and I'm here right now. Oh, I love that theme song. I'm like, man, how come no one's using this? Johnny Green asks, what are they doing to American Alpha? Not using them correctly. That's what they're doing. I mean, here's American Alpha, fun little tag team, so let's just not showcase them all that much. I don't get it. I honestly don't. I feel like American Alpha should be used so much better. Draven G asks, how much longer until Corbin pulls a Heidenreich on Kalisto? Oh, God. The Lone Wolf has a poem for you, Kalisto. The Lone Wolf wants to read you this poem. Fucking Heidenreich when he raped Michael Cole. Man, Smackdown 04. Yo, I didn't know what was going on when I because like keep in mind when that shit happened. Let's see, it's 2016 minus 12 years. I'm 23 minus 12. I was only 11 when that shit happened. So keep in mind, I was only 11 when I saw, or 12, 11 or 12, whatever it was, you know. And Heidenreich has Michael Cole against some pole. And I didn't know what the fuck was happening at that time, man. I was like, what am I watching? Like, it's so funny when you look back at stuff, man. I want to know, like, have you guys ever watched the old match, right? Like a match that you thought was epic back in the day. You're all watching this match. Like, you remember it as a kid. You watched that match as a kid. You thought that was the most epic match ever. And then you went to go read back and watch it when you were older, and you just thought that match sucked, or you were just like, how did I like this shit? That has happened to me so many times, man. TJ Pomali asks, is CM Punk fighting this weekend? No, he's fighting 3 weekends from now. He's fighting early September or late August. I forgot when UFC 203 is going to be. I think early September, though, TJ, for sure. But yeah, one of the matches that I remember, dude, I thought was like the most epic shit. I was like, man, that match was awesome, man. Y'all won't believe me when I say that, man. I thought DX, I thought DX versus Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon, and Big Show versus Sabu from SummerSlam 06. This is some SummerSlam stuff. I thought those matches were great, man. Back in 06, 10 years ago. Oh man, that was my shit 10 years ago. I was all hyped up, man. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna go watch Big Show versus Sabu again. And that match was trash. And I thought and then I was like, oh well, maybe the Vince McMahon, Shane, and Triple H and Shawn Michaels match will still be as good. Oh no, that match was trash too. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking back then, but dude, back then, oh man, back then I was all like, oh man, dude, that shit was awesome. I thought Batista and Great Khali was epic. Oh, dude, like some Batista Kennedy matches too. Great American Bash 07. I thought that match was sick. And then I watched it again. I was like, what the fuck was that on? I want to know more people. Has there been any matches you watched when you were younger you thought were epic and cool, and then you went back and watched them and they just didn't have the same feeling or the same effect? Like, honestly, I remember the Royal Rumble 2004 being the most action-packed match of all time. Like, I remember that being the best Rumble ever. Like, I was like, oh, man, dude, there was never a dull moment. I remember when Kane came out, that The Undertaker's gone, and his theme song was playing, and then Kane got eliminated. Then I went back to watch the match, and I was like, God damn, this shit is so boring until near the end. Oh, was the Evolution of Punk documentary was pretty good? Might go check it out on the Fight Pass. Straight Shooter asks, do you think after a fight, CM Punk will ask Dana White to fucking pay him? Fucking pay me, Dana. I went out there and hurt my body, and I needed a Z-Pack to go out there. I can't wait for the CM Punk shoot on the UFC on the Art of Wrestling. Is Colt Cabana still doing that? I don't even know. It kind of lost steam a little bit. Because, like, Podcast One came and, you know, big-time wrestlers doing podcasts like Stone Cold, Jericho, and everything like that. TJ Promile said, I thought Michaels versus Hogan's was tight, LMAO, until I figured out Michaels was overselling. I like Michael versus Hogan still to this day, so I let that pass. Big Show versus Great Khali. Oh, why? Why Big Show and Khali? It's always the point when you're a kid and shit like that, man. You think, oh man, these matches are awesome as fuck. Then you go back and watch them, you're just like, what the hell? I mean, seriously, man. What are some of your favorite SummerSlam matches of all time? My favorite SummerSlam matches of all time. The reason why I'm asking is because might as well get some SummerSlam crap out of the way. And plus, I'm not going to be able to do this during the SummerSlam live stream because I'm also talking about TakeOver 2 Brooklyn. No, TJ, the 40-man Royal Rumble, oh, that was trash in the beginning for me, but I can see why at the time when you were little, you watched that shit, oh, you probably thought it was epic as fuck. This is the biggest Rumble ever. You bought that hook, line, and sinker. See, that WWE, they can trick you as kids so much easier than they can trick you as freaking adults, man. Like, back when you were a kid, oh, man, when WWE told you something, you believed that shit. You were like, oh, yeah, dude, WWE said it was going to happen, or WWF at the time, depending on your age. man, they told you something, you believe that shit. You're like, oh yeah, they said it was true, so it has to be. Oh, what a great WrestleMania. You believed every WrestleMania was great. But SummerSlam, some of my favorite SummerSlam matches of all time. Obviously, you got the obvious ones. The unsanctioned match from 2002, Edge versus Undertaker, Hell in a Cell 2008, Bret Hart versus British Bulldog, SummerSlam 92. Obviously, you got those obvious ones that I like a lot. But some that are like kind of underappreciated and stuff like that I liked from SummerSlam that I thought were good. I liked Randy Orton versus John Cena from SummerSlam 07. I thought that was a good match. Punk versus Lesnar at SummerSlam 2013 was, I want to say it was 2013. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was 2013 because Punk walked out in 2014. So that match was really good. I loved Batista and Cena from SummerSlam 08. That, honestly, if you guys ask me, like, some of my favorite SummerSlam 08's up there, dude. I thought SummerSlam 08 was a stellar show. Really liked that show. I can go back and watch that show easily and everything like that. What's it called? Let's see. What other matches? Oh, Kurt versus Brock, says Johnny Green in the chat. That's a good one. From SummerSlam 03. That's probably, honestly, you want to ask about all the Kurt and Brock Lesnar matches? I think that's their best one. And another one from SummerSlam 01 with Kurt Angle, Stone Cold and Kurt Angle. That was a really good one, man. That was a really good one. But I think Kurt versus Brock at SummerSlam 03, that has to be their best encounter, in my personal opinion. Like, I know they had the Iron Man match, and everyone likes to talk about that shit. But honestly, I felt SummerSlam 03 was the best encounter from Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar. That match was freaking insane. I always feel like TLC 1 from SummerSlam 2000 kind of gets overshadowed a little bit. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't, like, we know it happened, but I feel like the two WrestleMania matches, like from 2017, kind of overshadow TLC 1 a little bit. I feel like TLC 1 kind of gets slept on, but I thought TLC 1 was good. It was definitely better than the Triangle Ladder match, but not as good as the 17 match. So, yeah. Scott Casey Gale's World of News and Entertainment. Shout out to my boy, Scott Casey Gale. What do you think of Mauro Ranallo and Daniel Bryan as a commentary duo? I think they mesh well. Sometimes I feel like Daniel Bryan can go too long on his points, but I don't think he's bad. I just think he kind of goes on a little bit too long on his points. He kind of needs to tighten them up a little bit, but I think they mesh well. They're not like unbearable to listen to. TJ Pomali asked, remember when Brock fought the guy with one leg? Oh, I'm freaking dead. Or was that Kurt Angle? Oh, that was Brock. He fought Zach Gowen. Goldberg versus Lesnar. Oh, yeah. If you're a kid, you saw Goldberg versus Lesnar, you thought that was the shit. Draven G, I remember liking Lesnar versus HH for the first time I saw it, but I probably wouldn't like it now. Oh, from SummerSlam 2012? Oh, God. What's the SummerSlam y'all forget happened? Like, you just do not remember. You're just like, you're like, anytime someone brings that up, you're just kind of like, wait, what SummerSlam was that again? Like, they're like, the one where this happened. The SummerSlam I tend to forget a lot is actually SummerSlam 95. I tend to forget SummerSlam 95 quite a bit. Like, 93, how could you forget 93? 93 is like one of the most stupidest endings in wrestling history. Lex Luger doesn't even win the WWF Championship. He just body slams Yokozuna, and they're celebrating like he won the championship. But, like, SummerSlam 95 and SummerSlam 99. 99 is a triple threat match with Stone Cold. See, I don't even know, like, what happened. Oh, so yeah, SummerSlam 99, Stone Cold Triple H, because SummerSlam 98 had that awesome ladder match between The Rock and Triple H. But, yeah, SummerSlam 95, SummerSlam 99, SummerSlam, no, I remember 2007 pretty well, 2008. 2008 is one of my favorites. Yeah, so those are the two SummerSlams that, like, I always forget about. That I'm just like, when someone brings them up to me, I tend to forget about SummerSlam 95 and SummerSlam 99 a lot. Because 95, oh God, dude, that fucking, God damn, Mabel taking on fucking Diesel. Oh, disgusting. Oh, 94 actually had Taker versus Taker, and I believe Bret and Owen in a steel cage match happened in 94. That's another good SummerSlam match y'all need to watch. Sure, that was SummerSlam 94. SummerSlam 94 was Taker versus Taker. TJ Pomalik thinks any Sky 2 Hottie match back in the day. And he says the billionaire versus billionaire match. Oh, God. The billionaire versus billionaire match. God damn. Straight Shooter says, going back to watch some of the SummerSlam I liked. Warrior versus Rude, IC titled their first match. That was a good one. Hogan versus Earthquake. Solid match. Not their best. Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect. Good one. And Savage versus Warrior. SummerSlam 1992. Another good match. Yeah, man. Like some of the 90s SummerSlams, man, they have some like very good, like underrated matches that people barely talk about. Like Rock versus Triple H at SummerSlam 98. Dude, that match is so good. If you like, honestly, probably their best encounter. Next to the Judgment Day match, their Iron Man match, Rock and Triple H at SummerSlam 98 is probably their best encounter, dude. That like you had the Rock and Triple H in a freaking ladder match. Like the ladder match at that time, you know, people don't realize this. You know, the ladder match wasn't really like known for like the high flying stuff all that much. Like ladder matches used to be basic back in the day. They were very rare to see. But like, especially now when you look at it through the annals of wrestling history, you know, everyone just assumes a ladder match was like Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, Edge, Christian, the Dudleys and stuff like that. That when you go back and you watch this match, you're just surprised of like the story and the spots that they think of in this match, man. Like you just think about the story and the spots of that match, man. Good stuff, man. Probably one of their best encounters, if not the best encounter between Rock and Triple H. Great stuff, man. Great stuff. You know, like DX versus Nation and everything like that. SummerSlam 98, I think that's an underrated SummerSlam to think about it too, because you also had Austin and Taker, man. So no, yeah, that was 98. 97 was Bret and Taker, if I'm not mistaken. Straight Shooter says, I actually like Virgil versus Ted DiBiase for the $1 million championship. Not the match, but the story going into the match. Draven G, 2009 was pretty good, minus the Orton match where they kept restarting the match. Oh, God, that was so... Didn't Bret DiBiase get involved in that 2009 match? I don't remember Bret DiBiase got involved. That was, like, so random. No, but what's your guys' favorite SummerSlams? I want to know your guys' favorite SummerSlams of all time. I already know everyone's number one. I already know everyone's number one. Let's be real here. That's watching my channel. Look, if you're an older fan, your favorite SummerSlam is 92. If you're a newer fan, your favorite SummerSlam is 2002. Let's be real here. Like, we all know what y'all favorites are. I just want to know your other favorite SummerSlams too, because I'm curious about favorite SummerSlams. Because I'm also trying to go back and watch some old SummerSlams. The SummerSlams that I've watched, obviously 2002, obviously 1990, 92, 98. I watched those already. That's why 98 popped in my head. I was like, man, that SummerSlam is actually pretty underrated. Maybe because I'm fresh from watching it or something. So, yeah. 97, yeah. 2008's like, 2008's one of my personal favorites. Like, I can't hate on 2008 that much. Like, the only thing I hate was the ECW championship match. But other than that, I can't hate on 2008 all that much. I can sit through 2008 and not be that bored. New Spades Ace says, my favorite was 2001 SummerSlam because it was my first ever pay-per-view, and despite the bad storyline, but the matches were cool. Well, Austin versus Angle were on there, so that was a good matchup. 2004 is a close second just for Orton. SummerSlam 04, oh God. SummerSlam 04, I'm mixed on a lot because it's like SummerSlam 04. Where do you even begin with SummerSlam 04? I mean, you had that Divas dodgeball match. The freaking Canadian fans were cheering for Triple H to beat up a retard. Like, I know Eugene's not really retarded or special in any sort of way, but, you know, character-wise, he was a retarded character, and they had her Triple H was beating him up, and these Canadian fans like, yeah! It's so bad. Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle. That's a good match on there. That's another underrated SummerSlam match, I would say. Oh, let's see. What else happened? Oh, dude, that horrendous championship match between JBL and Undertaker. Fuck off. 2005. Oh god, 2005. Ugh, that SummerSlam is disgusting to me. Like SummerSlam. The way I look at it is this. Like from when I started watching wrestling, I didn't see 98 or 99 live. 2000 was my first SummerSlam. I like that one. 2001, when I first watched 2001, I did like it. 2002, oh, I love it, man. I got that was like one of my, because like back then I didn't like, back then people don't realize this. Well, back in the day, DVD players, they were expensive as fuck. So my parents got that DVD player, right? And they got it for me for like my birthday. And so like they're all like, all right, Chase, you can pick any DVDs you want. And I was like so hyped. So I picked like, you know, a couple of my favorite movies. And then I saw that wrestling had DVDs. And then I was all like, what? DVDs? Oh my God, what? I didn't even know wrestling made videos like that shit. So I bought SummerSlam 2002. That's like one of my first WWE DVDs that I had at SummerSlam 2002. So I love SummerSlam 2002. SummerSlam 2003, I remember watching that live, just bits and pieces. Like it wasn't a bad show, but like it just felt like it went by fast. SummerSlam 04, I remember watching that live. My grandma ordered it last minute. She didn't know how to work the pay-per-view box. It was like the funniest thing ever. But she was like, I'm going to order this pay-per-view for you. Because my grandma, she was a Dutch lady. So she had like a huge Dutch accent. I can't do it, but she was so funny. So my brother and I, because we were both huge wrestling fans at the time, like, well, I'm still a wrestling fan, but dude, like, I'm talking about like huge obsessed with wrestling, like crazy obsessed with wrestling at the time. So my brother and I were both huge wrestling fans. So my grandma bought SummerSlam 04, and she was trying to work the pay-per-view box, and she ended up buying it. So it was actually pretty cool. So we watched SummerSlam 04, and I remember SummerSlam 04 live at first, like it wasn't going good, but then once Eddie and Angle happened, oh, that's when that show kicked it up to a high gear. SummerSlam 05, I remember watching that live in San Francisco. Like I was in San Francisco for that weekend, and so like my mom found like a place where we could go watch it, and so we were watching it. And I just remembered I like didn't really like that show, to be honest, when I was watching it live. I watched it again on DVD and liked it a little bit better, but watching that live, man, I didn't like it all that much. SummerSlam 06, oh god, did not like watching that live. SummerSlam 07 was such a bore watching live, dude. Like my dad fell fucking asleep, man. And my dad was so hyped up with Triple H and King Booker. Oh, he didn't even make it to that match. He fell asleep. He was so tired. SummerSlam 08. Oh, I had fun watching that live. That was like one of my favorites watching live. SummerSlam 09. I remember the only thing that I liked from the 09 show live was the TLC match between Hardy and Punk and DX's entrance. But for the most part, when I watched that live, I didn't really like that show all that much. But yeah. SummerSlam 2010. Oh, God, dude. That show was fucking trash live, dog. Oh, my God. That show was unbearable, dude. Especially the main event, dude. Like, SummerSlam 2010 is one of the worst SummerSlams ever, dude. It's like top 3 worst ever, dude. That shit was trash. Like, that show, like, I don't know if you guys have those shows, but anytime I go watch that pay-per-view, it pisses me off more and more. Like, it makes me not want to watch wrestling. That's how bad that show fucking is for me, man. Like, I watch that fucking show, and it's like WrestleMania 25 bad. WrestleMania 25 is my least favorite show of all time. I don't think anyone knows that. It has one of my favorite matches of all time, but it's one of my least favorite shows. I can't watch WrestleMania 25. I can't. I watch Taker versus Michaels. That's it. The rest of the show gets turned off for me. I fucking hate that show. But SummerSlam 2010, dude, anytime I go rewatch that match, just the main event, anytime I go rewatch that whole fucking show, it pisses me the fuck off, man. It makes me not want to like professional wrestling at all. Like, dude, like, fuck off. SummerSlam 2011, I was live at that show, like, actually went to the show. So, Yeah. So I went to SummerSlam 2011. Of course, I enjoyed it. 2012 Live was whatever. 2013 Live was cool. 2014 Live was really good. I liked that one. It was awesome. 2015 Live, I thought was really good. Did I like SummerSlam 2014? What? Maybe I'm getting 2013 and 2014 confused. Fuck it. Who cares? Fuck it. I don't even know at this point. What happened on 2014 SummerSlam? People remind me. Oh, no. 2014, I didn't like all that much. 2013, I liked a lot. 2014, 2014 started off good and then went bad. So I got 2013 and 2014 good next up. 2013, I thought was actually... 2013 is actually an underrated one. Sorry, guys, that I haven't going on your comments. I was just giving you my thoughts of when watching SummerSlam live and stuff like that throughout the years of when I started watching wrestling and everything like that, pay-per-view by pay-per-view. Is there any shows that like you guys have for me where it's like when you go back and watch them, you just get pissed off and it makes you like you still get pissed off at it to this day where you're just like, man, fuck that shit, dog. Like you still get pissed off. You just watch it and you're just like, the fuck? Why did I even watch this shit? Why did I even sit here, waste my time, watch it? Yeah, 2014 I didn't like so much. I got my years mixed up. 2013 I liked a lot. I think 2013 SummerSlam is actually pretty underrated. Maybe I'll go watch that one tomorrow morning. After I go to bed, I'll wake up and I'll go watch 2013 SummerSlam again tomorrow to get myself hyped up for SummerSlam 2015. Damn it. Yeah, but what shows do you guys watch like wrestling? Like it could even be like an episode of Raw or SmackDown that whenever you go back and you watch them, you just get pissed off still to this very day, dude. Because like I'm telling you, the three shows, like my top three worst shows ever that I've seen personally that I fucking hate are December to Dismember 2006, WrestleMania 25, and motherfucking SummerSlam 2010. I hate all three of those shows with a burning fucking passion. TJ Pomali asks, the commercials for WrestleMania 21 were freaking awesome. WrestleMania goes Hollywood. Oh, yeah. Those are great. Those are great. I know like it's not common for people to say this, but I think WrestleMania 25 is the worst WrestleMania of all time. Like I know a lot of people don't think that when it comes to WrestleManias. Everyone says 9 or 11, you know, or 2. But I think 25 is one of the worst shows of all time. It's the worst WrestleMania. Because 25 was actually like a landmark year. 9, it messed up on. 11 was just boring. But 25 was a landmark year for WrestleMania, a landmark WrestleMania, and it failed on so many levels. Like I think the reason why 25 doesn't get shit on that much because of Michaels and Cena, that's 23. Michaels and Taker. If Michaels and Taker did not happen at WrestleMania 25, no one would talk about that WrestleMania. That would be considered the worst WrestleMania ever. Like, seriously. Dynasty 215 says capital punishment. Oh, God. R-Truth versus Cena. You think 26 is the worst? Oh, I don't say that. 29 is really bad. Yeah, I'd say that. I forgot 29 existed at one point. Survivor Series 2014 and 2015. Oh, are those the two shows that pissed you off the most, Kadeem? You just watch them and you just get all pissed off. Who's that standing behind you? No one's standing behind me. There's nothing. See? Oh, look, it's a bag that's hanging there full of booby posters that I still got to hang up for my job. Oh, there's no one behind me. Oh, there. Oh, behind me. Y'all seen Suicide Squad yet? Where it's like, would you live for me? Oh, now how's it go again? That scene? He's all like, would you die for me? No. That's too easy. Would you live for me? How's my Jared Leto Joker? Let me know. I don't know why people go do that. Like, who's that behind you? Expect me to turn around? I see myself right here. I see myself. I'm not going to be like, who? What? Like, turn around and shit. I see myself on camera right here. There's no one behind me. Like, oh, yeah. I would notice if someone's behind me. I'll be like, oh, shit. No, I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, oh shit, end the broadcast, and then I'm like, get my ass kicked or something. Want to know how I got these scars? My dad used to come up to me, and he would put a knife to my face, and he would say to me, "Why so serious?" He would always wonder why I would never smile. And he would say, "Why so serious?" He's Ledger's Joker. I want to see a magic trick. I'll make a pencil disappear. Oh! Straight Shooter says, the shows I hate I watch, Royal Rumble 2014. Oh, God. WrestleMania 25. Oh, God. And SummerSlam 2010. Yep. Draven G, I remember being pissed off at Backlash 07, especially after the Fatal 4-Way with Cena, HBK, and Rated RKO. Oh, God. TJ Pro May says, you remind me of my father. I hated my father. Is that a Joker line that you're saying, or do I actually remind you of your father? I feel bad. You remind me of my father. I hated my father. No, not understand anything. I can't do Bane. I used to at least do a decent enough Bane, but I can't do it anymore. I am Gotham's reckoning, Batman. I used to do it pretty decent Bane. What was that line in Age of Ultron? You make your friends rich and your enemies richer, and you find out which is which. I used to do go to Ultron too. Like I used to be like when the commercials first came out, there are now no strings attached on me. His voice hurts my throat now, so I can't really do it all that well. Yeah, people don't understand. Doing impressions, man, that shit's hard as fuck. Everyone's like, oh, man, it must be a good gift. It's not a good gift. It's a terrible gift to have. Oh, Draven G, but back to Backlash 07. I remember from Backlash 07, I always remember the last man standing match between Batista and The Undertaker. When JBL's like, knows how Undertaker is wearing the pad on his left wrist. He normally wears it on his right elbow. Like, I always remember that shit. I do not know why. It's just one of those random things that I always remember. Dynasty asks, what do I think about the Dorial Green Beckham trade? I think the Titans didn't really get much for him, to be honest. Like, they didn't get anything worthwhile. I mean, they got a guard, but that guard sucks. So I don't know why they got. Maybe if it's better in the Titans scheme, who knows? But they definitely needed some help to protect Marcus Mariota. You know, Green Beckham, he has a potential to be a talented NFL wide receiver, and it could be one of those trades that we talk about years to come, where it's like, how stupid were the Titans giving away, you know, a guy that could have been Marcus Mariota's best friend for years to come. But at the same time, Green Beckham had some focusing issues and stuff like that. So. Dangry Mark, do you think Raw needs Cena or Orton to give it some star power? Nah, they're fine. Cena and Orton belong on SmackDown. Battleground 2013 and 2014 almost made me change the channel. Oh, those are bad shows. Kadeem Simon, Nexus getting buried by Cena is so funny to rewatch. No, it's so sad to rewatch. It's not funny. Where's Botcher, Kozlov, or Eva Marie Kozlov? He sucked. When you're on the main event, like, Some wrestlers I excuse botching for, especially if they're not on the main event level, because I can understand. But when you're on the main event level and you're going for the world fucking title, how do you suck? Straight Shooter. Whenever I do my Vince points, I have to drink at least 2 bottles of water because my voice gives out after doing the pressure for a while. God damn it. Your voice is weak then, Straight. You gotta be able to muster it up on the inside. Damn it. You can't be giving up on any impression. I try to do impressions at least. I think my best is probably my Elmo impression. I don't know if you guys ever heard my Elmo impression. How's it go? How's Elmo go again? Let's see. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Elmo's world. Today, Elmo's going to teach the baby how to use a smartphone. Baby, do you know how to use a smartphone? Fucking Elmo, dude. Fucking insane motherfucker Elmo was, man. TJ Pomali says you're fired. TJ Pomali, you're fired. Isn't that how he says it? He doesn't even say fire. He goes, fire. God damn it. I'm Mr. Kennedy McMahon. How dare you make me try to say stuff that I shouldn't say, TJ. You know, TJ, you're a good guy. You comment in the comment section. You're asking me questions. I like it. But guess what, TJ? You're fired. That was a lot better. So there you go. Neil Spades says Suicide Squad was okay, but disappointing at the same time. Yeah. Blue Knight, holy shit, that was a nice impression of what, Vince or fucking Elmo? Which one was a nice impression? Lois, I don't know why you constantly bitch. My Peter Parker used to be, not Peter Parker, Peter Griffin used to be good. Some impressions, they kind of just die down after a while because if you don't, if you don't do the impression long enough, you kind of lose it a little bit. Like, that's kind of like my gift is that I can do impressions of a lot of people. Oh, if you're my friend, you hate me because I just do impressions all the time and you're just like, shut the fuck up. JBG, I haven't seen it all in a long time, but I remember not liking the Bash 09 at all. Oh, God, was that the one where, like, Cena and JBL had, like, a parking lot brawl? Oh, you were in a fantasy league with us? Fantasy league with you and Select Daddy Dynasty? Oh, shit. You look like Sabretooth from X-Men. Thanks, bub. I don't like Sabretooth. I'm Wolverine. I don't care about that, man. I'm going to take him down. All right, bub. It's all about Wolverine here, bub. How does Sabretooth sound again? Like, how does Sabretooth sound from the cartoon again? It's like, Logan, I'm glad you came. That's how Sabretooth sounded from the cartoon show. He's like, Logan, I'm glad you came. Ha. And then X-Men Evolution, Sabretooth didn't even talk. Sabretooth's like, like, he didn't even talk at all in X-Men Evolution. He's like, Logan, it's time to fight. Whatever you say, bub. Let's get at it. Women's Revolution? What the fuck? WWE's promoted that? TJ Pomar says you look like Andrew Bogut too. Oh yeah, I look like I can't do an Australian accent. Andrew Bogut. Damn, that's a weird comparison. I don't know. I've been getting weird comparisons as of late. You know, growing out the beard and everything. You know, if you look at back in the old days of Chase Oliver, oh, everyone's like, oh, you look like Randy Orton with the shaved head and everything. Everyone's all like, you look like Randy Orton. Well, thank you. I do look like the Viper, Randy Orton. How are you? You thought Suicide Squad wasn't work? I liked X-Men Apocalypse. I thought X-Men Apocalypse was good. Good, Clifford. Like you say. Get us on TV. Fucking Apocalypse. I will make you stronger. Enchantress. Suicide Squad. Killer Croc was funny in Suicide Squad. Where he's all like, where like Harley Quinn's like, we all ugly on the inside and beautiful on the outside, except for him. He's just ugly on both. And Killer Croc goes, sorry, I'm beautiful. Fucking love that scene. That's probably one of my favorite scenes. All right, so any more wrestling questions? Oh god damn, almost 2 hours. Just live stream, holy shit. Smackdown ones, man. They always go off the rails. See, this is what you get from the Chase Oliver channel, people. Don't just get straight shooting wrestling talk. You also get to have fun and talk about other shit other than professional wrestling. Blue Knight, you didn't answer my question. Which impression did you say was a nice impression? I gotta know. WWE are trying a women's revolution angle again. Why? What women revolution? Is this on SmackDown? Am I not listening to commentators? Maybe not. Maybe I'm tuning them out or something because I don't know where the fuck. Why? Oh my god, damn! I'm so fucking lazy. You know, like instead of forcing the women down our throat, why don't you just give us a reason to like them? You know, just have them fucking wrestle and shit. Like, you know, people say, well, the UFC did with Rousey. They fucking shoved her down our throat. But Rousey was at least doing shit. Just let the women do shit and then force them down our throats. Oh, the Elmo one? Yeah, no. Like I said, Elmo is probably my best impression. You know, like, when it comes to Elmo, like, Elmo's like my best one. Like, I do Elmo all the time. My best wrestling impression? Oh, it's Hulk Hogan. It's not even close. What you gonna do, brother? When Hulkamania runs wild on you, dude? You see all the Hulkamaniacs out there. They're mad because I said I didn't like the N-words out there. But now Hulkamania's down with the N-words, dude. I helped a charity for all these lost people in the city of Compton, brother. And I gave them some vitamins and I gave them some beliefs that Hulkamania will live forever, dude. Hulk Hogan is my best wrestling impression. That's not even debate. You know, I think a lot of people like certain impressions that I do, but I think the Hulk Hogan one, that's why I missed Hulk Hogan a lot. Just so I could pull out the Hulk Hogan impression, just to go like, what you gonna do, brother? What Hulkamania runs wild on you, dude? TJ Palma's like, did you notice last week on Raw when Jericho faced Enzo at the end? KO said he did all the work. KO is one of the not the funniest superstar on the Raw roster. That's a great assumption that you said there, TJ. I agree that I am one of the funniest guys on the roster. I try my best to carry Chris Jericho on the stock team that I do, but I am still going to be the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. My Kevin Owens is hit or miss. Chase, I fucking hate your impression. Stop doing them. Shut the fuck up. It's my channel. I can do what I want. It's just, I remember I had someone back in the day because I do impressions a lot. I was like, you gotta take your reviews more seriously, man. Talking about wrestling on the fucking internet, man. Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, Nick. And then Sherry. Stevie Ray's reaction. Oh. Neil Spades asks, can you describe Sasha Banks' character? Not sure about it. She's a boss. That's all WWE has told me. I ain't gonna make some shit up for you. Like, I'm not Nero, you should know by now. I don't make up characters for these wrestlers. Draven G, did you hear the rumor that the CWC title after the CWC, the WWE wants to do a women's global tournament? What? What was just announced? Oh my god. No. Just keep the CWC. You don't need to do a women's global tournament. We have enough women on the main roster and on NXT that are really good. No more. No. Because you're not going to know what to do with these women unless you make them. Oh god, that's what they're doing. I can see it now. Next year, Wednesday night on the USA Network. Catch all your favorite WWE women's wrestlers on WWE Women's Wrestlers every Wednesday night for 1 hour on the USA Network. Oh, God. That sounds terrible. Oh, it should have an eating gimmick. I'm serious about it. Oh, yeah, dude. Kevin Owens with the eating gimmick, that'd be great, man. He can review food for us, man. WWE's always sponsored by fast food. He can go like, this is the new Hardee's 3-way bacon burger. I can tell you right now that it has a really good bacon taste, but I don't really taste the Canadian bacon in it. Like, that'd be great. Like, if Finn Balor's gimmick was Lego Finn Balor, dude, then yeah. Straight shooter, hey, Chase, did you hear that the rapper The Game said in his new song that he had sex with all 3 Kardashian sisters? Fucking The Game. Fucking The Game. El Chapo. Woo, 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 woo. I am a guy. He sang that song, right? Pinche Bondinho. Vata. Get the fuck around down the lingo. Bilingual or some shit like that. Whatever. Anyways, this is going off the rails real quick, guys. Much for tuning in very late for the SmackDown live review. If you guys like live hangouts and all that other crap, subscribe down below for more great live content provided by me. TJ, it's distracting me. Wrestle Talk TV reported that Daniel Bryan was forced to retire by WWE rather than doctors. That Bryan has sought out. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? Daniel Bryan seems happier than he was wrestling, so I'm fine with him not wrestling anymore. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. If you guys like live hangouts and fun, subscribe down below. Tomorrow, got the live Q&A. Thursday, SummerSlam and TakeOver Brooklyn 2 predictions. Saturday, double streaming it, TakeOver Brooklyn 2 review and UFC 202 recap and results. And then next Monday, we will be having the SummerSlam 2016 live review and maybe a Raw review later that night. Who knows? Thank you all for watching. Thank you guys once again. Hope you guys have yourself a wonderful evening. Take care. I'll see you all later. And remember, guys, just like Brock Lesnar, sometimes you don't have to give a shit. Have a good one. Peace.